Have you ever felt like a stranger in your own life? As if you are constantly watching the world from behind a glass wall, able to see everyone else engaging, connecting, and moving forward while you seem frozen in time. You look around and see people achieving milestones with ease, relationships, careers, stability, while you feel like you are walking through mud, fighting for every inch of ground, constantly facing delays, setbacks, and a silence from the universe that is deafening. You have asked yourself 1,000 times, what is wrong with me? Why is my path so difficult? Have I been forgotten? If these words resonate with the deepest frequency of your soul, then you need to stop everything you're doing and listen closely. This is not a coincidence. You did not click on this by accident. The algorithm didn't just bring you here. Your spirit brought you here because it knows something your mind has yet to comprehend. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are in the waiting season. But the message I have for you today, the message that has been burning to reach you, is that the waiting is not infinite. The season is shifting. The atmosphere is changing. The waiting season is ending, and you need to pay attention because everything you have endured up until this moment was preparation for what is about to walk through your door. To understand where you are going, we first have to understand who you are. You are what is spiritually known as a chosen one. Now let's strip away the ego from that title. Being chosen doesn't mean you are better than others. It often means your life is harder than others. It means your path is narrower. It means you cannot get away with things that other people get away with. It means that when you try to fit into the mold of the status quo, life breaks you because you were never meant to fit in. You were built to stand out, to lead, to heal, to break generational curses, and to anchor a new light on this earth. But the hallmark of the chosen one is the wilderness. Before the crown, there is always the cave. Before the promise, there is always the prison. Before the breakthrough, there is the breakdown. You have been in the wilderness. This is a period of isolation, stripping, and intense pressure. It is designed by the Creator not to punish you, but to protect the destiny inside of you. You see, if you had received what you wanted when you wanted it, it would have destroyed you. You weren't ready. Your character hadn't yet caught up to your calling. The waiting season serves as a divine incubator. It is where your roots grow deep into the dark soil so that when you finally shoot up toward the sun, no storm can topple you. Think about the bamboo tree. For 5 years, you water it, you nurture it, and you see absolutely nothing happening on the surface. To the outside observer, it looks like a failure. It looks like dead ground. But underground, a massive, complex root system is being established. Then, in the 5th year, the bamboo shoots up to 80 feet in the air within 6 weeks. You are in the 5th year. You are in the moments before the shoot breaks the surface. The world has looked at you and thought you were stagnant. Maybe even you looked at yourself and thought you were stagnant. But God, the universe, the divine source, has been establishing your roots. The reason this specific message is reaching you now is that the internal work is nearing completion. The waiting season is ending. But this transition, the crossover from the wilderness to the promised land, is the most dangerous and confusing part of the journey. It is often darkest just before the dawn. The pressure is highest right before the pop. Many people give up right here. They quit 3 feet from gold because the resistance becomes unbearable. You need to understand the signs of this transition so you don't mistake your promotion for a punishment. One of the first and most painful signs that your waiting season is ending is a sudden, intense wave of removal. You might notice that people are exiting your life. Friendships that lasted for years suddenly feel empty or turn toxic. Relationships end without a logical explanation. You might even lose a job or a living situation. It feels like your foundation is crumbling. It feels like loss. But listen to me. This is not loss. This is clearance. Imagine you are moving into a brand new, custom-built mansion. You cannot bring the old, broken, dust-covered furniture from your tiny shack into that new mansion. It wouldn't fit. It would clutter the space. It would ruin the aesthetic. The universe is clearing the room. The people and situations that are leaving your life right now are not compatible with where you are going. They were matched to your history, not your destiny. They were matched to your trauma, not your healing. This removal process is painful because we are creatures of attachment. We cling to the familiar even if the familiar is hurting us. But you are being stripped of everything that cannot survive in the new altitude you are ascending to. You are climbing a mountain, and as you get higher, the air gets thinner. You cannot carry heavy baggage at high altitudes. You will suffocate. So the universe is cutting the weight. If someone walked away, let them go. If a door closed, stop banging on it. It is closed for your protection. It is closed because if you walked through it, you would miss the palace that is being prepared for you down the hall. There is a profound spiritual principle that says new wine cannot be poured into old wineskins. If you pour fresh, fermenting, expanding wine into an old, stiff, brittle skin, the skin will burst and the wine will be wasted. You are the wineskin. The new season is the new wine. For years you have been stretched, you have been pulled, you have been uncomfortable. That was the process of making you a new wineskin. Now that you are flexible, now that you have been humbled and strengthened, you are ready to receive the outpouring. But there is a subtle danger here, and this is where many chosen ones stumble. As the season ends, you will face the counterfeit return. Just before the real blessing arrives, the enemy or the force of resistance will send a counterfeit. This often looks like an ex-partner coming back, saying all the right things. It looks like an opportunity that seems shiny but feels slightly off in your gut. It looks like the easy way out. Why does this happen? It is a test of your discernment. It is a test to see if you are willing to settle for good enough instead of waiting for God's best. The counterfeit comes to tempt you back into the cycle you just spent years breaking. It appeals to your old self, your old insecurities, and your loneliness. When you see the past trying to knock on your door, do not answer. It has nothing new to say. It is merely a distraction to keep you from the door that is opening in front of you. Recognize it for what it is. A final exam. Pass it by standing your ground. Pass it by realizing your worth has increased. You are no longer on the clearance rack. Do not accept a discount offer. As we go deeper into this reality, you must understand the internal shift that signals the end of the wait. You will feel a restlessness in your spirit. It's a strange combination of anxiety and excitement. It's a feeling of, I can't stay here anymore. The things that used to satisfy you no longer do. The conversations that used to entertain you now drain you. You feel a pull, a magnetic draw towards something undefined. This is your spirit sensing the shift before your eyes see it. Think of how birds know when to migrate. They don't have a calendar. They feel the shift in the atmospheric pressure. They feel the change in the season in their very bones. You are feeling that now. That agitation you feel isn't a bad thing. It's the signal to pack your bags. It's the signal to prepare. The waiting season often involves a lot of stillness, but the end of the waiting season requires action. It requires preparation. This brings us to a critical point, the difference between waiting and idling. Passive waiting is sitting on the couch, hoping a check falls through the mail slot. Active waiting is preparing the vessel. If you are praying for rain, you should be digging ditches. If you are praying for a harvest, you should be sharpening your sickle. The universe responds to preparation. When you start preparing for the life you asked for, you are sending a powerful signal of faith. You are acting as if it is already done. So, look at your life right now. If the blessing you asked for arrived this afternoon, would you be ready to manage it? If the business exploded today, do you have the infrastructure? If the partner appeared today, is your heart healed enough to receive them without projecting your past trauma onto them? The end of the waiting season is the time to polish the mirror. It is the time to get your house in order, clean your physical space, organize your finances, detox your body, sharpen your mind. You are about to be called up to the major leagues. You need to be in game shape. There is a mystery about the chosen one's journey that often goes unspoken. It is the mystery of the oil. In ancient times, olive oil was produced by crushing olives under a massive stone wheel. The pressure was immense. The olives had to be completely broken to release the precious oil. You have been crushed. You have felt the weight of the world on your chest. You have felt broken-hearted, misunderstood and rejected. You have cried tears that nobody saw. You have screamed into your pillow at 3 a.m. Why? Why all this pain? Because you carry a heavy anointing. You carry a rare oil that is needed for the healing of this world. The greater the destiny, the greater the crushing. The level of trauma you have endured is actually an indicator of the level of power you are about to step into. The enemy doesn't attack empty houses. Thieves don't break into empty vaults. You were attacked, you were pressed, and you were isolated because of the treasure inside of you. But the crushing is ending. The oil has been produced. Now it is time for the oil to flow. You are moving from the season of accumulation to the season of distribution. You are moving from being the student to being the teacher, from the patient to the healer. This is why the waiting season is ending, because the world needs what you have cooked up in the kitchen of your suffering. This transition also involves a change in your identity. For a long time, you may have identified as the victim, or the outcast, or the black sheep. You wore your scars like a coat. But as you step into this new era, you must take off the coat of the victim and put on the mantle of the victor. You cannot enter the palace thinking like a prisoner. You have to change your internal dialogue. Stop saying, "I am always struggling." Start saying, "I am being prepared." Stop saying, "I am alone." Start saying, "I am set apart for a purpose." Your words are spells. That is why it is called spelling. You create your reality with your tongue. As the season shifts, your language must shift. You must speak the language of the new season before you even see it. This is what aligns your frequency with the reality you desire. Let's talk about the concept of divine acceleration. When the waiting season ends for a chosen one, things tend to happen very fast. It is the Amos 9:13 effect. The plowman shall overtake the reaper. This means the harvest will come so fast that you won't even be finished planting the next seed before the crop comes up. You have experienced years of delay where nothing moved. Prepare yourself for years of acceleration where everything moves at once. This can be overwhelming if you aren't grounded. You might go from 0 to 100 in a matter of months. This is why the waiting was so long. God had to build a chassis that could handle the velocity of a Ferrari engine. If you put a Ferrari engine in a bicycle, the bicycle will disintegrate the moment you hit the gas. You are the Ferrari. The waiting was the construction of the chassis. The acceleration is coming. Do not fear it. You are built for this speed. But amidst this excitement, there is a shadow we must address. The fear of success. It sounds strange, doesn't it? We think we fear failure, but many of us actually fear success. We fear the responsibility. We fear the visibility. We fear that if we shine too bright, we will be a target. And for a chosen one, this is a valid fear. You have been targeted before. You know that light attracts bugs. However, you must realize that the protection over you in this next season is stronger than the protection you had in the wilderness. You are not walking out alone. You are walking out with a legion of angels, with ancestors, with the full backing of the divine. The waiting season was also a time where your spiritual armor was being forged. You are not the same soft, naive person you were 5 years ago. You are a warrior now. You have scars, yes, but scars are just proof that you survived whatever tried to kill you. You are battle-tested. So do not fear the visibility. Your light is needed. To hide your light now would be a disservice to the Creator who lit the flame. I want you to reflect on the story of Joseph. He was the favorite son, then he was thrown into a pit by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit, and thrown into a dungeon for years. He was forgotten. He helped people in prison, and they promised to help him, but they forgot him too. The waiting season was excruciating. It wasn't fair, but in one single day, he was called from the dungeon to interpret a dream for the Pharaoh, and by the evening, he was the second most powerful man in Egypt. One day. That is how quickly it happens. You are one phone call, one email, one meeting, one idea away from your Joseph moment. But here is the key. Joseph didn't become bitter in the dungeon. He kept his gift sharp. He kept his integrity. He managed the prison so well that the warden put him in charge. He bloomed where he was planted, even though he was planted in the dark. Are you blooming in the dark, or are you withering? The end of the waiting season requires you to stand tall even before the chains fall off. It requires a posture of expectancy. Wake up every morning and ask yourself, is today the day? And live with that anticipation. That energy is magnetic. It draws the event horizon closer to you. Now let's go deeper into the silence. The silence of God during the waiting season is often the hardest part. You pray and you hear nothing. You cry out and it feels like your prayers hit the ceiling. But a teacher is always silent during the test. When you are in school, the teacher talks during the lesson, but when the exam paper is in front of you, the teacher is quiet. The silence doesn't mean absence, it means trust. The Creator trusts you with this silence because you have been taught the lesson. You know what to do. You don't need a constant voice telling you every step. You have the intuition inside you. Trust your gut. That is the voice of God echoing in your internal chamber. As this season ends, you will also notice a return of your childhood dreams. Pay attention to this. The things you loved when you were 7, 8, 9 years old, before the world told you who to be, are coming back to the surface. Maybe you loved to draw, to write, to build, to help animals, to solve puzzles. These are not childish things. These are clues to your purpose. The waiting season stripped away the false layers of adulthood and societal conditioning to reveal the authentic core. Your destiny is tied to your original design. Revisit those passions. They are the keys to the doors that are opening. Furthermore, you must be prepared to be misunderstood. As you step out of the waiting room and into your purpose, people will not understand your sudden elevation. They didn't see the years of weeping. They didn't see the lonely nights. They only see the overnight success. They might call you lucky. They might get jealous. They might say you changed. And you should look them in the eye and say, "Yes, I have changed. I had to change to survive." Do not apologize for your harvest. You paid for it with your sweat and tears. You earned this season. There is a concept called pruning. A gardener cuts off dead branches, and sometimes even living branches, so that the tree can bear more fruit. You have been pruned. It hurt. It felt like you were losing parts of yourself. But look at you now. You are streamlined. You are focused. You are no longer wasting energy on things that don't matter. You have a clarity of vision that you didn't have before. This clarity is the weapon you will use to dominate your new season. The waiting season has also taught you the difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is a state of lack. Solitude is a state of power. You have learned to be alone without being lonely. You have learned to enjoy your own company. You have become your own best friend. This is crucial because a leader must be comfortable standing alone. If you need constant validation from a crowd, you are a slave to the crowd. But because you mastered the wilderness, you are free. You can be with people, or you can be alone, and your value doesn't fluctuate. That is true sovereignty. As the waiting season ends, you are being given a new name. Not a literal name, but a spiritual identity. You are no longer the broken one. You are the restored one. You are no longer the rejected one. You are the chosen one. You must wear this identity with humility, but with absolute confidence. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. It is knowing that you are a vessel. The power flows through you, not from you. Keep your ego in check, and your territory will expand without limits. I want you to take a moment and think about the last time you felt truly alive. That spark is about to become a flame. The universe is conspiring in your favor. All the delays were simply the universe rearranging the chessboard so that when you make your move, it is checkmate. The timing had to be perfect. If it had happened sooner, you would have missed the connection. If it had happened later, you would have lost the hope. The timing is divine. You might be feeling physically exhausted right now. This is normal. Spiritual labor is tiring. You have been birthing a new version of yourself. Rest, but do not quit. The finish line is visible. The tape is right there. Now is the time to breathe deeply and steady your hands. Let's address the imposter syndrome that tries to creep in as the waiting ends. You might step into a new room, a new job, or a new relationship and think, "I don't belong here. They are going to find me out." Silence that voice immediately. You belong there because you were prepared for there. You have the scars to prove your qualification. You didn't buy your way in, you fought your way in. Walk with your head high. The world is currently in a state of chaos. You see it on the news, you feel it in the collective consciousness. There is fear, division, and confusion. This is exactly why your waiting season is ending now. The world needs stable, grounded, spiritually mature leaders. You are being deployed. You are like a special forces soldier who has been in training for years, and now the mission is active. Your stability will be the anchor for those around you. Your peace will be the calm in their storm. You are not just being blessed for your own enjoyment, you are being blessed to be a blessing. This is the responsibility of the chosen one. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, but strong is the neck that has been strengthened by the yoke of the wilderness. You are strong enough. As we move toward the culmination of this message, I want you to start looking for the synchronicities. These are the winks from the universe. Repeating numbers, 11, 11, 222, 444. Hearing a song that answers a question you just thought of. Meeting someone who knows exactly what you need to know. These are not random. These are the breadcrumbs leading you out of the forest. Follow them. They are confirmation that you are on the right timeline. You are stepping into a timeline of favor. Favor is different from fairness. Fairness is everyone getting the same thing. Favor is you getting what you didn't necessarily work for in that moment, but what you attracted through your alignment. Doors will open for you simply because you are you. People will want to help you, and they won't know why. Accept it. Receive it. You have sown seeds of tears for years. It is time to reap the sheaves of joy. But remember, with new levels come new devils. The warfare changes. In the wilderness, the warfare was mental. Depression, doubt, loneliness. In the promised land, the warfare is distraction, pride, and busyness. You must keep your spiritual discipline. Do not stop praying just because the storm stopped. Do not stop meditating just because you are busy. The practices that got you here are the practices that will keep you here. Do not abandon the source of your strength. The waiting season is ending. Can you feel it? It's like the air before a thunderstorm, charged, heavy, electric. The rain is coming, but this is not a rain of destruction. It is a rain of restoration. It is going to wash away the dust of the past. It is going to water the seeds of your future. So, what do you do right now, tonight, tomorrow? You stand firm. You stop begging, you start thanking. Shift your prayers from please God help me to thank you God that it is done. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. When you thank someone before you receive the gift, you are demonstrating ultimate trust. Start visualizing your new life in high definition. Smell the coffee in your new kitchen. Feel the fabric of the clothes you will wear. Hear the laughter of the people you will be with. Your imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. Use it. And finally, forgive. Forgive everyone who hurt you during your waiting season. Forgive the people who forgot you. Forgive the people who betrayed you. Not because they deserve it, but because you cannot take the poison of bitterness into your new season. Bitterness is a heavy anchor, and your ship is about to set sail. Cut the chain, bless them, and release them. Their part in your story is over. They were characters in a chapter that has closed. Turn the page, you are the author of the next chapter. The pen is in your hand. The ink is the wisdom you have gained. The paper is fresh and white. Write a story of triumph. Write a story of glory. Write a story that will make your ancestors proud and your descendants inspired. The chosen one is not a myth, it is a mandate. You have the mandate. The waiting season is ending. The curtains are opening. The spotlight is finding its mark. It is your time. Step forward. Don't look back. You are not going that way. Take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. That is the breath of life. That is the breath of new beginnings. You made it. You survived the night. Now open your eyes and look at the sunrise. It is beautiful and it is all for you. If this message has unlocked something in your spirit, if you felt the chains loosening as you listened, then seal this expecting. Do not let this just be another video you watched. Let it be the turning point. You are ready, you are worthy, you are chosen. The wait is over. Pay attention. Your life begins now.